Good morning, beautiful. I hope that this finds you well rested and ready to begin your day. This is your daily tarot and oracle, your daily insight on life and love for March 24th, 2022, also being timeless. Wherever you're catching it time, this could be relevant or horribly irrelevant or just fun to watch. I'm not quite sure. Anyway, this is General Collective. It looks like there's a challenge up ahead for you. This is very personal, about you, towards you, for you. And I don't really see that this is about romantic partnerships. This is, I think, some shadow work that you're dealing with. So like I said, general collective reading, do not force this to fit your life. You can always toss this out of the garbage. Well, I don't recommend throwing out any device that you're watching this on. That's pretty messed up. Anyway, yeah. If you have questions about booking a session or asking about any of the services I provide, go ahead and find the email in the description. You can also find me on the social platforms. I did have to update my IG and because my original one got hacked. So I only have one IG. I don't care how many are out there. They're all fake or my original one that was hacked. My only IG now is at Raising Savak. So if you see something that is not that, go ahead and report it. But there's no punctuation, there's no underscores, there's no nothing. It's one word, at Raising Savak. All right, let's get back to the reading. Anyway, I know how strong you are. I know how incredible you are. But the thing is, you are looking at strength and burnout in the same breath. I know that you have the willpower to do whatever it is that you need to do to get whatever through, that you need to get through. You're burning yourself out. The thing is, you're feeling like this is the only way that this is going to work, that it's going to be successful, and that you're the magician. There is so much more to lose when you are at this complete stage of burnout. There's nothing more that you can say or do or distract yourself with. This is a time of realization, and it's not loss. It's going to feel like loss initially with you because I think that you've been putting way too many responsibilities on your plate. I get it. You feel like this was the only option, but I can tell you right now, this was not the only option. You just did the best with what information that you had. So, my dear, it is not about discipline. It is not about just using that willpower to push through all this. What is this going to be about? Well, my dear, let's see. The Hermit, the Ten of Swords, the Chariot, the Three of, well, not the Three of, it's the Empress. And we also have Justice in reverse, World in reverse, and then we have the Ten of Cups. So it looks like it's going to be a very slow time for you. Slow down, stop what you're doing, cease, desist, stop fighting this. You need to let this come to an end. You have to work through this sense of failure because you're seeing this as like you're not enough or you can't do something. Again, total garbage. It's not. You are a human being and you can only do so much. This is going to be, I think, the hardest mental training that you've had to do because it's a lot of self-realizations that you are a human being, not a human doing. And that you have got to take a different path and take this off of your plate, whatever the overwhelm has been, and start something new because this is a continual lesson. I do feel like this is a continual lesson of not only you in disappointments, but you in burning yourself out completely. I don't feel like you have been able to close this chapter before because, well, I think you've had a lot of encouragement in burning yourself out. Like people would stand in awe about this. This shouldn't be the case. There's more value to you. So what I'm seeing here is once you take a different route, once you look at what your other options are, I can promise you there's other options. You're going to be dealing with the Empress. It's really creative. It's new. It's not queen energy. We're at the kind of princess energy. And I don't want you to think of this as gender oriented. Honestly, this is the beginning stages of something feminine and creative that is very laid back for you. Look at this. They're sitting back on their throne. They got a pillow. I want that pillow. You can never have too many pillows. If you want to say anything to her, you're going to risk getting a bop on the head with whatever this rod is that she's carrying because she's not having it. never really truly took a long look at that. She definitely has something that she can knock you over the head. She is definitely using her heart in this, and it looks like there's an element of love that I want to look at. It's not love, not romantic love. What is this element of love that we are looking at? A lot of queen energy, a lot of admiration, and then we have, I feel like it's you letting other people have the spotlight over your not only accomplishments, but over whatever the past accomplishments have been. I feel like you're letting this go to others, not for validation of them, but the responsibility of these being taken off the plate. It's like, okay, if I'm not going to do this, this is going to be who's going to follow suit. I do see a lot of feminine and throat chakra around this. So it's focus, and it's very strong. It's detached, or it's unattached to you, and it's very firm in its setting. So I see that whatever it is, you're going to be passing it off to somebody who probably is not so entangled in it as you, who can really draw a line. And again, this is not about anybody being better or worse than you. It's not that at all. You're giving whatever this responsibility, again, which is not a legal obligation of yours, to whoever this is going to be. This miss for you is actually going to give you 10 of Cups energy, rejuvenation, sense of possibility, whatever it is that you had to let go of, and also the ridiculous standards that you put on yourself. This is going to make room for a lot of possibility, but it's more like, I want to say, a possibility of just rest. Wouldn't you know it, you're more productive when you actually allow yourself to sleep. All right, you. So what is the hang up with this? Why do you have such an issue with completely overwhelming yourself, complete burnout, no grace for yourself? Why is it empowerment? All right. So this is the misuse of empowerment. It's what you've been taught to believe is all about empowerment. Now, I know that a lot of people are all about their hustle. Heck, I'm about hustle, but you know, kind of breaking it down a little bit. This empowerment and the waves of prosperity, the harder you work on everything, the harder and the more condensed the waves of prosperity are going to hit you. See, there's hustle, and then there's almost borderline self-abuse in here. It's not about you will rest later, you will relax, or sleep when you're dead, all of those things. No. What I'm seeing in here is having to relearn what actual empowerment for you looks like. The power of choice, the power of deciding when your on and off hours are for whatever your plug-in has been. Tranquility, stay optimistic, and make a decision. So it's this idea that it would eventually let up. It would let up, but for some reason you never would let up, especially on yourself. I'm getting that this is strictly about you. So the decision that had to be made is, are you going to keep sacrificing your health and your time, or are you going to let somebody else take the reins of some sort of situation in your life? Which I see that hopefully the latter has been decided. We don't need to sacrifice health or, time anymore. So I'm getting to go back to the Rider-Waite. What is this about? You're focusing on all of the plug-in that you have done, the plug-in power that you have done. Spirit has been trying to give you an easier way out of this situation for quite some time, but you were not ready to see it. This is not the first time that this closing time has come about with you now, is it? I think that you persevered and felt really good about it the last time that you were able to just punch through this with sheer willpower. And now here it is again. You're like, I've done this before. I can do this again. And Spirit's like, knock it off. Life doesn't have to be so hard and miserable. This is not success for you. This is miserable. It's so incredibly overwhelming and obnoxious because you see other people doing whatever it is that they're doing. And you're like, I want to be part of that. No, I get it. But Spirit's like, cut the crap. That's not your path and that's not what's meant for you. You have to relearn what your actual empowerment is. Because why? You need to actually live your life. This was neglecting personal relationships or friendships on some front. Maybe this is the connections, we can be as cheesy as to say these connections with yourself, which absolutely, and especially with how you probably talked about yourself, to yourself, I do feel like this is going to let up for time for you to actually be more personal with people. I honestly see networking being a major part of this. And it's, yes, personal connections, but also delegating whatever these overbearing responsibilities were self-imposed responsibilities were, to somebody who is coming into your circle. So for this, I'm seeing that you may be remembering somebody or meeting somebody who is coming back in to the active part of your life, who would actually be really well suited for whatever this extra responsibility of yours was. I think that this is something that they would actively want to take on. So then we have abundance. Yeah. Okay. There is a major issue with you doing everything by yourself. Some people are absolutely, without question, doing amazing at doing things by themselves. And you want to know what? That might be the case for you in certain areas of your life. This is saying for the road that you are putting this focus on, 2 heads are better than 1, 3 heads are better than 2. And I do see that there will be a cluster of whatever your trust circle is coming in to help this really blossom. You all need each other to some degree, and this is going to bring out the best result of this. So I guess sharing in the responsibility and having them see this from a different angle is going to be wildly successful for you. And also obviously for them too, but this reading is about you now, isn't it? So let's see. What else? What is this? Intention. Be very clear about what it is that you actually need help with. Not that you know, not that you can't do yourself, because we all know that you can probably do this yourself. It's not the point. You have to take a very sober look at yourself and realize what areas of your life that you actually need help with. Believe it or not, it's going to work. Somebody's going to come in, step in to help this. So, actually, I'm not feeling, wait, am I? Hang on. The body care. What about it? What's going on? No, hold on. What is this about body care? What the crap? You're gonna come back to life, apparently, because we have body care. Your desire is coming to fruition. Keep up the good work. To make your decision, ask yourself which way brings you closer to your divine purpose, which way takes you away from it. You're fine-tuning your tools right now, or fine-tuning your instrument. I like that a lot. I forget, you know how I have a ton of quips. I just do, and it doesn't take away from the meaning of the reading. It's all really relevant, and you know, I I believe in this. So there's a thing with sharpening the tool. The more that you grind it on everything, it's not necessarily sharpening it anymore. It's starting to dull the sharpness of the blade. So this is saying, when you give these things that you put the focus on to others, to have them put the focus on it, this leaves you more time and more space to actually put the focus on these few little projects, using the very intense tool that you have and sharpening it and making it more efficient. So this is about sharpening your body, which is the tool in this, whether it's the mind or the physical body. So this is saying, what is your gift that you actually can build on, that you are here to use as a purpose? And how can you use this in whatever these projects are, or whatever this life focus is? And how can you give or delegate these other responsibilities to people who have the better tools for it? This, again, is leading to the best success. So what are some things that you, other than being a complete burnt out workaholic with this, or stressed out, you know, just, you know what I'm saying, holic with this, what do you need to watch out for? Having a huge case of the F-its and the F-yous to people, and just giving up. Yeah, that's so possible when we're looking at this, you know, well, F it, I quit. You know what, I'm gonna go lay down, crawl into a ball, cry, and forget that this ever happened. No, Spirit's not gonna let you do that. So this is saying, thinking that you're going to somehow get screwed and get the short end of the deal with this, or that you're going to have to start completely abandon everything in this and start an entirely new project, calling it your do-over, your makeover, and making that your identity. That is kind of like a trauma response. It's kind of when somebody switch flips and they suddenly take on a whole other identity. It's saying, don't have a case of the F-its or feel like you've been screwed in such a way that you have to have a complete restart in whatever, not only your purpose is, but whatever your identity is. So, my dear, let's look at the mermaids and dolphins. What do you have to look forward to? Moving on, moving forward. Great. Fabulous. Alchemy. You have the Midas touch right now. Every project you have begins to turn to gold. You're really going to see a payoff really fast with this. And believe it or not, it's when you take all that over responsibility off your plate. Again, there's people who are better suited for this. I get that you can do it, but it doesn't mean that you should always do it. And that this is going to take off really fast, and you're going to be completely in control. God, you guys are going to work together so great. And then we have soulmate relationships. These are truly your people. They have the same mindset of you. They have the same interests. You guys are really going to move forward. I don't care if this is like long-term or anything. It feels like it could be long-term, but I don't care if it's for the rest of your life or not. It's going to definitely serve its purpose. Everybody's going to be thriving. Everybody's going to be on the same page. This feels amazing. Honestly, my favorite part of this is the whole you finally get to rest. I mean, how burnt out have you been where you couldn't even rest? You were exhausted, yet you couldn't rest. Isn't that just a fun little combo? Oy vey. So the resulting outcome of this reading is going to be healing heart, and what else? Mother healing. Oh, you deserve to have the rest. You deserve to have the success. You deserve all of these great things that are coming towards you. You are not going to have to work yourself to the bone. You're not going to have to waste your life. You're not going to have to waste your life in the sense of giving up or giving in or completely miss out on enjoying the fruits of your labor. You deserve to enjoy all the hard work that you've put in, and whatever your essential key is in all of this. Just celebrate you and your life. I know that I sound like I'm just, on a soapbox right now, and honestly, I don't give a crap. We have the explore your options. Weirdly enough, after you've done some heart healing, you're going to be able to do other things. Like you're going to be able to compartmentalize your time even better. I mean, who knew? Not you, apparently. So you can only imagine what's in store for you. The protection, worthiness. Ugh, that is so frustrating. Okay, so the protection of the worthiness. If you get to a point of, there's a certain point of excitement where you panic and run. That's what this is warning you against. So this is saying if you got all of the insight as to what you are doing and what you will be doing, what this is all going to branch out into, the magnitude of that greatness and that fulfillment would scare the crap out of you. So Spirit is going to disperse this in nice little servings, and it's going to be great. So yeah, this is saying shut the heck up and wait. It does not care. You are seriously about to be on cloud 9 with the help that's coming in, because not only are these your people, these are going to be your actual friends. I feel like there's a merriment of personal and professionalism here. It's going to be really weird how people step up and just how it feels so natural for you guys. Okay. Watch your thoughts. This is talking about you and not letting yourself panic. Because like I just said, you don't know what's coming towards you, and that in itself probably freaks you out to some degree. Anyway, the little bits that cut back and go towards other people is going to be whatever their gift is, and it's going to cause not only you, but then all of this involved to really thrive and create some magic. These, I can't stress this enough, these are your people. These are your comrades. These are your people, professional and personal. So that has been the Daily Tarot and Oracle, the daily insight on life and love for March 24th, 2022. Again, being timeless. If you do have questions about booking a session, go ahead and find the email address that is in the description, or find me on the social platforms, send me a DM. And again, I cannot stress this enough. My original IG was hacked. I'm not trying to sell you Bitcoin or do some sort of Cash App crap. Report the message, report the account, and then block it. Follow my new one. No punctuation, no underscores, no spacing. It's just one word, @RaisingSabak on IG. Until next time, stay safe, have fun, and just know that you are greatly loved and appreciated. Bye for now. I'm actually really stupid happy about this. It looks like you beautiful beast, are starting to actually spoil yourself. What the hecking heck? Like, what the hecking heck? Took you long enough. Look at this. Look at what I'm looking at. You know that you're hot shit. I'm just going to say it like that. You are absolutely, without question, hot shit. And you are finally taking that awareness with yourself. Okay, these ashes better not go in my coffee. I just saved myself ashy coffee right here. Anywho, listen. There's been enough waiting for other people to, I guess, treat you in this way that you would, without question, treat them. You're neglecting yourself with that, and you finally realized it. So you're not taking anyone's care or effort at this point in time. This isn't about them. This is all about you. And this isn't because you hate people. You're not rejecting anyone. It's just, it's finally your time, it looks like. You've been building up to this for a while, and what I'm seeing in here is you don't really know how you can move forward with others if you really don't start to look at yourself in a completely different way. Figure out who you are without everyone else acting as whatever the mirror is, or whatever the imbalance of the mirror is. It's just, you want to spend some time with yourself. I think that this is really important for you to do. I do feel like there is an aha moment that is clicking into place, and I think that this is more along the lines of you being completely content with yourself and not really being let down by anyone anymore. It's hopeless to continuously put that expectation on others. At some point they are going to let you down, and I think in doing that and putting all of that expectation on them, you in your own way fulfilled that letdown with yourself. So it brings about this feeling of self-loathing, or just maybe just self-annoyance. I don't know, somewhere on that. So since we are about treating ourselves right now, this feels amazing. It feels like you're almost kind of growing on yourself, like you actually like yourself. You really should. There's acknowledging intellectually how amazing you are, but to allow yourself to be fully immersed and completely in love with yourself, that's where we're headed. Let me see. Oh yeah. there's something that is sparking your interest right now that I see that you're going to dive into, whatever this is. Let's see. This is going to be a awesome kickoff, but it's going to be a time release, a timely long-term growth, whatever. It seems like a party for you. This was coming whether you realize it or not, and now it's here. You didn't think that you could handle this when it did come about. Now this might be information that has just been revealed to you, some sort of secret just came out, or maybe there's some sort of, there's either a truth that came out or some sort of diagnosis that has occurred in your life. This could be, however you look at it. I don't feel like this is horribly negative. I feel like you've been kind of strung out on stress recently in regard to this. So it seems like there's the desire for escapism, but I don't see the fulfillment for it. This is a lesson in taking whatever news is coming your way and learning how to stay put and not run away from yourself. That would actually be exasperating the entire situation. I see that you are, it feels like it's kind of closing other people out in here. It's like, I don't want to hear you. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want any of your stupid opinions on this. I need to figure this out. It feels like going inward. My only hang up with that is sometimes we are conditioned to close off and deal with things ourselves, which, that comes from in our time of need, whatever the formative years look like for you, learning how to deal with your emotions yourself. So that's my only hang up with this. Is that something that you are repeating, or are you just like really sick of everybody's input and that you really want to just have a moment to collect your thoughts? Whatever this is, it's deeply important. Whatever it is, it's something that seems like it's releasing, and it's going to be a challenge for you to overcome. So I want you to look at this as optimistically as possible. It's going to change your life. Your life is without question changing right now. And where's this leading? I still feel like I need to hold on to those cards. Wow. Being a little bit more assertive and pushy, huh? This isn't a fight. It's not a fight at all. It's you making a little bit more demands from life. This isn't from a particular person. You're making more demands and more asserting yourself in life. Like, you want to bunk this. This is what we're going to do right now. I really see you grabbing the reins in this. Again, this is solely for you. Whatever the news is, it's going to be a challenge to overcome, but I see you really, really taking control over the situation and conquering. I feel like conquering this is something that you definitely need to hear. You are going to come out and conquer this, whatever it is. There's a time to listen. There's a time to be listened to. Whatever the physical challenges of your life, it's more like there's something that you need to hear. So I do feel like you will be hearing other people's points of view, either not on your body or what you need to do with it. This is more about health and whatever the ailments are. I do feel like you will be getting the answer, and also what seems to be the healing. I don't really want to say cure. I don't want to say cure. I keep saying what the hell? You're going to have your answer. You're going to have the next step put into place. So let's see. I am helping you heal physical challenges in yourself and in others. You're a healer like me. I'm leading you towards the answer to your prayers. Please listen and follow the steps I'm communicating through your intuition, thoughts, and dreams. Yoga and exercise are essential for your well-being, peace of mind, and spiritual growth right now. You're protected from all types of harm. The worst is now behind you. I ask that you relax and feel safe. You have an important purpose involving communication and the arts. Please don't allow for insecurities to hold you back. I will help you to help the situation, listen to other people's points of view with compassion. Whatever you are dealing with in your body or in your environment right now, you are going to be led to help others with similar situations. I do feel like you are developing a new routine, a new healthcare method in your life, whether it's diet, exercise, or medical intervention, whatever this is, know that this is going to be something that is a major benefit towards you. And I think that you'll physically feel the results very soon. But also, this is giving you absolutely a sense of purpose. This should be very encouraging for you, because with what information, what changes you are gathering about right now, other people are going to be coming to you for advice, because apparently you're doing something incredibly groundbreaking and life-changing for yourself. These are really important and big messages. I'm getting to still use this deck, weirdly enough. All right, so what do you want to say? Let's see. Now that you've asked the angels for help, be open to receiving divine guidance and assistance and accept heaven's help. There's been a lot of communication going on with you in spirit recently. The whys, the what the heck, and I want this, that, and the other thing. Spirit is saying, all right, no, you've been specific. Now let me do my job. Let me show up for you. Let's see. We have this. No, conditions aren't favorable right now. Wait or look for other options. Ask the angels to help comfort and guide you. So what I'm seeing this is they're kind of holding your hand and walking you through and directing this, because I am getting a sense of your anxiety with this. Caution is warranted. Look deeper into the situation before proceeding, and then it's divine timing. There is a happy outcome for this, and I want you to elevate your expectations. You have help. Whatever you are dealing with in your life right now, Spirit is telling you that yes, you will be victorious in this, but you need to also face your situation with courage. That can be overwhelming. It doesn't mean that you aren't afraid. It means that you push through that fear. This is also saying that you need some alone time. You need some quiet time for reflection. Yeah, I have a ton of cards. Sometimes this happens. So this is the courage to make the life changes to help you work on your divine purpose. Time out. You've been so busy taking care of everyone else's needs. Now it's time for you to actually start taking care of yourself and taking charge of yourself and your life. While you're in that alone time, this is not a point of giving up. It's very clear about that. It's telling you to keep charging up ahead, even in those quiet moments. So then follow your desired outcome will occur in the very near future. Have patience and faith, and don't try and force anything to happen. Force is coming from a place of doubt and fear. You cannot be like that in this. So spend time alone and get grounded in nature. Meditate your desires and intentions. The angels really want you to have a positive perspective on things. I know that things seem like a major challenge right now. Faith is very hard to come by in these particular situations. You have to understand that it's no longer something that you are playing a lone part in. You are in collaboration with Spirit, and it is literally walking your hand to the desired outcome. Where are your thoughts going? What are the changes that you need to make for your life? Right now, this is talking about cycles coming to an end. This way of being for you is not going to work in the next cycle. So honestly, what do you need to let go of? What is your desire right now? Visualize it and it'll come about. Negativity is going to block your progress. When you are in hell, you do not stay there. You crawl, you climb, you march your way out of that. When you are in a challenge, when you are going through difficult times, you do not stay there. You do not give up. You do not surrender in those moments. This is a point of, I don't care what you do not stop moving. If you have to crawl and take little breaks in between, fine, but keep your butt moving. And this is talking about following your heart and guidance and prosperity, and that's also leading to the outcome. So this is telling you that you have to learn a new life and a new way of being, and that these changes, although it's going to be challenging because you really have to reprogram your thought process and your actions on this, this is going to change your life without question for the better. So where can you get either financial or educational resources right now? I want you to check out through your networking, through online, check in even the newspaper. I know that sounds so crazy, but the effort that you put into opening yourself up to the information is going to be equal to, I guess, the ginormous, positive, victorious outcome. To heal the heart situation, yeah, I know I have a lot of cards again. To heal the heart situation in this, Spirit is telling you to sit down, shut up, and listen to the way that you think about yourself, the way that you talk about yourself. This is dealing with heart. This is dealing with how you allow love to show up in your life, not in just a romantic aspect, but platonic, self-love, in general respect for yourself. So this is saying, how do you speak about yourself? What are you attracting in? Also, how is this something that is either childlike or immature, or is this something that is playful and as innocent, as curious as a child? So this is something that is starting from a seed right now, and it's only now starting to blossom. Whatever this is, it is definitely part of a new cycle. And this is talking about, in this new cycle, you gotta be proactive with yourself. I'm talking about regular self-reflection and energy work going on with you. There's a lot of triggers from the past that are coming up that are truly blessings in disguise. And I think that this is more about yourself being completely enamored or almost smothered by another person's energy or their expectations or standards that are not your own. So what I'm seeing here is, how can you assert yourself better towards this individual or individuals, and see their intention behind it, but also learn to, I guess, put in either that assertive boundary, or see how you can either surrender to accept that love, and also what exactly do you need from them. First off, as a reader and as a coach, I'm like, you don't need anything. What is the ask about this? How can you have healthy boundaries in a relationship and not be overly dependent on each other? That is the cycle that you are learning to break. And I also see that this is going to be a very playfully natured connection in your life. It feels playful, innocent, like a child, and also something that is going to grow over time with a sense of detachment, but also respect, healthy. So this might be somebody who is already in your life, who you probably have been pushing away. I get it. But what this is saying, don't worry about this person leaving your life. This is a full-on commitment that you can, embrace. Spirit is actually telling you to embrace this. This may be somebody who's renewed or new in your life, but understand that healthy boundaries is not going to make them go away. So either through dream or actually in physical life, you're going to be getting healing and closure on some sort of a previous connection in your life. It doesn't have to be romantic. It could be family, friends. It could be lovers. But what I'm seeing here is you don't need to lose any more sleep about this. I know that you're probably anxious on how this could reappear in your life, either through another person or through actually reconnecting with this person, or even the fact is if they're on the other side and you haven't seen them, or you're going to be getting healing and some sort of closure going on right now. This has been a major hang up in your life, and what I'm seeing is there is an opportunity to forgive. And what this is involving is how you have blocked out their messages, how you have blocked out any sort of connection to them in your thoughts. I do feel like you had to close somebody out. I'm not telling you to let in toxic, abusive, or illegal communications in your life or connections in your life. This has been a hang up of yours that has kept you from proceeding further into really progressive connections in your life. And it is time for you to move on. So Spirit's basically screaming in your ear at this point, because look, it says, listen. You may have to learn how to listen to the directions that Spirit is giving you and to act on that inspiration. Oh my God, it is so foggy out right now. Okay, so you have been drawing this in. I have no doubt in my mind that you have either been seeing, feeling, or hearing something correlating to this person. I think I used the word right. Anyway, and I do feel your on edge energy about this. I do. Go get grounded. It's time for this to take off. It's time for you to move on, but it's also time for you to face this so that you can move on. And again, I'm not telling you to be in contact with anyone who's going to hurt you or do anything that's illegal. It's not it. It's about getting the closure so that you can finally move on and be happy with your life. I see major commitments coming into play, but I also see that the heart has to heal in certain levels so that you can receive those commitments. This may be in matters of the heart. You may be stuck on either the trauma or just the X's at this point, or the ways that you were taught how to love, or the what happened in the past that's prevented you from letting people get close to you. That is coming in for healing at this point in time. I'm not again, it's not reconciliation of pain, but you will also be on the healing road after this, which will allow you to be fully committed and confident and present in whatever your situation is. So the forgiveness is going to be followed by the healing. And honestly, whatever you are embracing in your life, you are not repeating this cycle. I see you blossoming. I see you being completely joyful.